Yo guys, this is your boy Edison. These are just plugins I think you should be using with your workflow, and I'm sharing one technique per plugin. These are the ways what and how I use them in my workflow. First on the list, Edizon. Not Edison, but Edison. Basic tool to normalize audio. I might also use it to clean static noise from background or removing clicks, pops and cracks with click in and click out. Both sides. Yeah, actually I have to put it like this. So yeah. 2 on the list. EQ. Pretty self-explanatory. With this I visualize in 3 steps. First, controlling the resonant frequencies. Then cutting in the mix, meaning in the context of the mix. I'm all the time asking what I want it to sound. This is where experience plays.
It never was decided you were only.
That. Combine those. Then do like this.
It never was decided you were only misguided. Your brains.
Add another EQ. You want that bleeding in EDM. EDM thing. I think the EQ is the single most powerful tool to make your music work and sound right. The last thing I think is boosting. I also keep my feet to the floor with that idea by asking, is it necessary to boost? Be careful with the cuts. You don't want to cut too much either. Just enough. And do it with function of how you want it to sound. 3. T-Deesser. T-Deesser is the most natural sounding deesser plugin, and the best part in it is that it's all free and comes with pretty much with the perfect setting by default. It is just simply catching those harshnesses from the S's.
It never was decided you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided.
This next one is actually 2 plugins. So the number 4 comes with the twist. It's actually a combination of 2 plugins. CLA76 to CLA2A combo. With vocals, I'm often using CLA76 FET compressor to go through it and feed it to CLA2A. To simplify, I just say that FET means super fast reacting compressor. CLA2A is more like radio compressor. Slow, silky and warm type of compressor. Both sound really good in variety of instruments. This technique was used on the track called In the End by Linkin Park. When I found about it, I've been using it ever since. Basically, to me, these compressors complement each other quite nicely.
It never was decided you were only misguided.
But I kinda sometimes want to push through the plugin with this.
It never was decided you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. It never was decided you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is two-sided.
The next one is Vocal Doubler from Isotope. In this case, I'll be using it to separately recorded vocal track to make it sound stereo. I think it really adds to the dimensions, especially with
It never was decided you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is two-sided.
I want it to be wide like that.
It never was decided you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is two-sided.
Normally I don't mix stereo track so high with the volume, but in this scenario I really wanted to try something different. 6. Raum. Raum is a great reverb plugin. It's like a cheat code to adding depth. You just put it on insert track, crank the mix level to 100% and mix the volume level to your taste. It will almost always sound good, works like magic. You can add EQ or sidechaining later to make it sound cleaner. Just to add a little bit dimension.
It never was decided.
But we want to use something small. I want to keep this video very short and sweet. Sharing everything quickly. This is my quick teaching video.
It never was decided you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is two-sided.
7. Trackspacer. Single the most best mid-side processing, sidechaining / dynamic track spacing plugin to simply make space to other tracks. Take a look. Go mid-side. You can go even all the way to the middle. Now it's gonna only touch what's happening on the middle of this bass track.
It never was decided, you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided.
And it's smart to go like frequencies, something like this.
It never was decided, you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is two-sided.
8. Saturn. Lovely and crispy sounding saturation plugin. Use it really anywhere. It has plenty of options for the presets, so you should be able to find suitable sound. And you can also tweak it.
Desire is two-sided. It never was decided, you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided.
I wouldn't use it like that, of course. I was over-exaggerating, putting it to the full. This is not how you use it. But you could use it with the warm tape like this.
It never was decided, you were on.
Add little bit, or then subtle tape and go almost full.
It never was decided, you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is...
9. KSHMR. Simple and effective plugin. I often use it as a soft clipper or as a limiter to prevent track from clipping. Also, I use it as a tool to push tracks to make them cut through the mix if I really feel lazy. It's kinda like a pile of plugins built in one plugin. Not perfect, but can work sometimes. It's just quick to use when you need something. You can use KSHMR to just catch that peaking. And now put the Boolean loudness meter. There is like clipper. It's gonna prevent it from clipping. Limiter. Soft clipper they call it. It's softly clipping it so it's not clipping it.
It never was decided, you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is...
Last but not the least. 10. Kickstart. Again, continuing with the topic, if I'm lazy. Kickstart is a plugin which you can use super duper mega quickly to make space for the kick drum. Yeah, Kickstart. So it's gonna make it evade like that. And space for the kick. And then the percentage, well, it's just enough for the kick. I'm still using the first edition of this plugin. I think they have the second version, and best benefit with that one is that it also has the mid-side processing. Kickstart's first edition is sidechaining the whole image. What I mean by whole image is the full spectrum XYZ, you know, volume, mid-side, and the depth. That was my top 10 go-to-workflow plugins I like to use to make super fast productions. I used those plugins to make this track. It took me 5 hours. Please enjoy. If you feel my video was helpful, like, comment, share, subscribe, and put the bell notification on to stay tuned. Thank you so much. Peace out.
It never was decided, you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is two-sided. It never was decided, you were only misguided. Your brain cells are divided. This desire is two-sided.